teachers work with pregnant children in school. We're requesting in the BELA bill that the minister looks at how pregnant girls are managed and treated at schools. We want the minister to give teachers regulations on how to deal with pregnant learners in a school.
Chair, the management of learner pregnancy is a policy of the department that is currently in existence. It's currently being implemented across the provinces. And within the policy of the department, and this is why the teachers like Satu responded in the way that they did, because in that policy, it refers to abortion.
I stand to support the Basic Education Laws Amendment Bill. Teachers have got a lot to do at school, and therefore dealing with the issue of pregnant girls must be the responsibility of somebody else, not the responsibility of the teachers.
I am in full support of the BELA bill, especially it touches the issue of pregnancy in school. We as educators, we were not trained as midwives, but we find ourselves assisting learners when they get birth at school.
The issue of pregnant learners in schools, yes, that one, of course, has to be the responsibility of those that are specializing on that field.
The issue of reproduction and production, so that at least the communities and schools can have kids. But we really want to say that needs to be reworked. Probably maybe the department will consider manpower in terms of schooling, so that there be people who would look after those children that would have followed nature in its rightful way. Thank you.
I wish we can just try by all means to make sure that teachers do not become affected by the pregnancy, because they are not trained on that field.
Mr. Bunzi here, Mr. Matthews here. I accept the bill. My only problem here is when we utter some statements in the bill, we're only looking at the teacher. There are community members who are also making these kids pregnant. What about them?
The public said, if the regulations are not clear, then what we need to go on is what is in the current management of learner pregnancy policy of the department.
In South Africa, you are an adult when you are 18 years old. But when coming to our children making decisions, you speak about a 12-year-old, knowing very well that a 12-year-old cannot make right choices.
South African law is inconsistent with regard to the age at which a child is considered mature enough to make decisions. A child is not considered mature enough at 17 to drive a vehicle without adult supervision, yet the government regards a 12-year-old girl as mature enough to make a decision to murder her child through abortion.
The bill does not address children which are sexually abused at schools.
Chairperson, the request to make regulations are based on the fact that most of these are already in a policy form, and policy is not enforceable.
And what the public clearly stated is that the minister not to have unfettered powers.
I do not give the Minister of Basic Education the right to replace my parents' authority in my life. Ministers come and go, but my parents are irreplaceable. The minister seeks this power over me today, but the minister does not even know my name.
Make it explicit in the bill that the regulation cannot promote abortion.
Parents elect governing bodies. They represent the parents, and they need to have the authority to manage their children without state interference and control. The state's job is to support the parents, not to interfere with the parents.
We're using the name minister, but the regulations are
are done by yourselves.
Basically, the most important aspect of the bill, I said there are 56 of them, and we're now asking Parliament to approve the 56, depending on what you're going to say to Parliament. Thank you.
Clause 41, it's going to be, yeah, exactly. Clause 41 agreed.